Going ahead, what is melting point? Melting point is nothing but the temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid. What exactly is this phenomenon wherein a solid, which is supposed to have such a strong intermolecular forces of attraction, melts? When a solid is heated, when it is intensely heated, its kinetic energy increases. Now, the question arises, what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body because of its motion. So as of now, I may be moving a little, but I'm essentially stationary on my chair. So my kinetic energy will be either zero or it will be negligible. The moment I move, my kinetic energy will increase. So what is kinetic energy? The energy possessed by a body because of its motion. So essentially, when particles are heated, their kinetic energy increases. When their kinetic energy increases, the particles start vibrating intensely. The heat provided to these particles increases. The heat and the energy provided to these particles actually becomes more somewhere than the force of attraction between the molecules of the solid. So it is, once this stage is reached, the solid actually melts and becomes a liquid. You can, in this phenomenon I told you, you can totally imagine ice melting to become water. So what did I essentially say? When a solid is heated, its kinetic energy increases. Kinetic energy is nothing but the energy possessed by a body because of its motion, and it is given by half mv square, wherein small m is the mass of the solid, while v is the velocity possessed by a solid. So essentially, when a body is heated, its kinetic energy increases. When its kinetic energy increases, the particles start vibrating with greater speed. Once the particles start vibrating with greater speed and more heat is provided, the heat and the energy provided together overcome the force of attraction between the particles, and the solid essentially melts to become a liquid. This temperature at which the solid melts to become a liquid is known as the melting point. A liquid to gas conversion can be imagined in a similar way. That phenomenon is actually called vaporization, the conversion of liquid to gas. So the temperature at which a liquid boils to become a gas is known as its boiling point. Also, two more relevant definitions here in this article: latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of fusion is the amount of heat required to convert 1 kg of solid to 1 kg of liquid at its melting point is known as the latent heat of fusion. Similarly, what is latent heat of vaporization then? Latent heat of vaporization is the amount of heat required to convert 1 kg of liquid to 1 kg of gas at its boiling point. That is the latent heat of vaporization. I repeat, latent heat of fusion is the amount of energy required to convert 1 kg of solid to 1 kg of liquid at its melting point. Latent heat of vaporization is the amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kg of liquid into 1 kg of gas or 1 kg of vapor.